Uplift the lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson. What's going on, everybody? This is Charles McCutchen. Welcome to Charles' Show. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. Check this out. We know the holidays are upon us. And this is what happens, like, every year this happens. Y'all, and I'm going to put this out there before I really go in. For those who have not been on this show before, I do this every Monday, taking off some holidays. I get some time to myself. And we talk about financial freedom, different topics I bring up. It all, you put into a big mixing bowl, and it's all about financial freedom. For me, it's this call right here, I may go a little deep. So if you're very sensitive, you may not want to be on this call today. And I'm just going to keep it real. And by sensitive, I mean I'm not going to sugarcoat different things like some people will. I'm just going to give y'all the reality of things, and I'm going to keep it plural. I'm going to give y'all the reality of things and how I see things and what I go through and people that come and talk to me and everything like that. I'm just going to – this is not scripted, y'all. This is not scripted. I don't script anything and do it for a reason because I want it to be genuine and I want to just, come off the top ropes and let y'all know what's going on. So this is what I see right now. The closer we get to December, people get a little bit of anxiety kicks in for a lot of people, and we kind of look over, and I know I do this. I look over the months, the Novembers, the Octobers, Septembers, and I go all the way back, and I'm like, am I where I should be, from what I said I was going to do back in 2018, like December. You know how we do. And I look over and I'm like, oh, I'm not where I wanted to be. And I can tell y'all, I'm not where I want to be, truthfully. And so I say that to say a lot of people, we look over that thing, but a lot of people don't do nothing about it. I get so many people that hit me up. Hey, Charles, I'm ready to run. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready. But they don't really want it bad enough. It's like it sounds good to say it, though. It does. It really sounds good to say it. It sounds good to get on the phone, or it sounds good to lay out a plan. But the execution part, oh, my goodness, we failed in executing. And most people are going to sit down and pray. We're going to pray for good things. We're going to pray for, God, please, don't let my 2020 be like my 2019, like my 2018. But faith without works is dead. It's like you have to pray for it, but then he already gave it to you. That's just what my belief is. He's giving it to you, but you're going to have to go get it. You're going to have to get up off your behind and go get it. There is no easy button, family. There is no easy way to say, everything is going to, I want the 7 secrets, and I see that in every industry. I don't care. You got the cannabis industry, the real estate industry, the assisted living industry. All these industries, there's an easy. Let me give you the 3 secrets to. There are no secrets. There's either you know it or you don't know it, and if you don't know it, you got to go get it. And what I mean by go get it is this. Just to kind of give y'all some insight. I'm gonna give y'all insight. I'm gonna take you there, and I'm gonna bring it back and hold your hand and show you what I'm talking about. So when I say you have to go get it, what I mean by that is find somebody that's in your niche, in whatever it is you want to do. Find the best person in that niche, and they can be on YouTube. It doesn't matter. Just find that person and follow what they do. And I'm going to guarantee they're going to probably have some courses out there, or you probably can meet them somewhere. They're doing seminars, they're doing conferences, they're doing calls, they're doing meetups. Find where they are, and let me put it like this: if it's important to you, and you looked over these people and you probably followed them for years and you think that they can change your life, if they're on the earth, you need to go see them. If they're on this earth, you need to go find them out, and spend some time with them. Now, that's going to come with the price tag on it. I don't know what you're going to pay for yours. I look at it this way. I don't know what you're going to pay for your hopes and dreams and everything that you need, that this person, you know, they can give it to you. Why would you not pay to go see them? I'm not saying get crazy, but only you know your finances, so you do what you do with it. If you don't, where's it going to leave you? So a lot of us are really standing in our own way. So you should just look in the mirror and just tell yourself, okay, stop playing. Stop playing small. Stop putting it off. And people say, I'm a procrastinator. That's what people tell themselves, and that's not true. We're not procrastinators. I personally don't feel there's no such thing as procrastination. This is what it is. If you haven't put enough focus or enough weight on the thing that you really want to do, so you just put it off. That's not procrastination. It's just not a priority in your life at that moment. That's all. So you may get to it at some point. When it becomes a priority, you'll get to it. So it's not procrastination. It's just you just don't want it bad enough. That's all. That's all it is. So I see people getting there. We're about to see. Y'all going to see this coming up. I'm telling y'all before it happens. All these vision board parties about to start, right? And I love vision board parties. It kind of gives you insight, and I do them as well. And it kind of gives you insight for my vision board parties that I do. And for you who don't know what a vision board is, all it is you get a whiteboard. You can go to the dollar store, what have you, probably get you some markers and start cutting out stuff out of magazines of things that you want. And y'all all heard the saying, seeing is believing, right? And so we see in pictures, family. A lot of people don't get that. So Oprah Winfrey has a vision board. Why would she have one? If she has one, I think you should have one as well. So seeing is believing. So we see in pictures. So if you can see it, the brain works hard to work to go get it. But if you can't see it, see, a lot of us writing it in our phones and on a scratch piece of paper and then putting it, tucking it away somewhere, but you can't see it. You want that car. You say you want that car, right? Put it on the vision board. Put it on the vision board, because then you take it off the vision board and put it in your driveway. So that seeing is believing. That thing is real. So I do that, and I do it on purpose to make sure that, okay, I'm going to mark this one off. And your vision boards change. It should change over time. We all go through things, and the vision board changes. But it's so much bigger than a vision board. So a lot of people have these vision board parties. Everybody got these pretty vision boards. Okay, now go out and do great things. The thing that we're missing is the steps. What are the steps? What are the steps to your vision? Okay, you want to get that car. Some people say they want to walk away from their corporate job, from their job. I'm like, okay, well, what's the plan? Break the plan down and make it plain. Like, you want X number of dollars. Somebody said a couple told me they want to make $10,000 a month. Okay, what's the plan? Got to have a plan. It sounds good. 10,000 sounds sexy. But if you don't have a plan, it don't really matter. It's just words. So words without action, it doesn't. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, probably 90 to 95% of people have words with no action. And I tell you that because we are poverty-stricken right now in the U.S. We are, and we're living better than a lot of countries out there, but we're poverty-stricken. If you look at the average amount of money people make in the U.S., I think it's about $49,000. And people say, yeah, I'm making this, they over there, they're making that good money. And I like to ask people the question, what's good money? And good money is subjective because it's different to everybody. Good money to somebody could be $50,000. Good money to somebody else could be $90,000. Good money to somebody else is $150,000. So good money is subjective, and it's according to, your money beliefs. We all have these beliefs in our mind, and it comes from where we grew up and how we grew up. And, my mom told me money don't grow on trees. But now when you really break it down and start looking at money to say, well, the paper itself piece of that can come from a tree. So, really money can grow on trees. And I had to tell her that. But that's just how I look at everything. I analyze it and I break it down and I say, well, money actually can grow on trees. And so if you hear that from the time you're a child, it's always no, we don't have it, we don't have it, we don't have it. That's the money beliefs you're going to pick up. So we are a bunch of consumers for a reason. We just like to consume stuff. And it's about you're going to just turn the TV on if you watch TV and look at Black Friday and how the chaos is going to happen. And they're going to say 12 cents on that flat screen TV. And why in the world do you need a TV like every year? Like, I've had TVs that I didn't have for years. I'm wondering why people need a new TV like every year. I don't get that piece. But, hey, they're going to go trample people and stand out at night and sleeping over, getting a sleeping bag in a tent just to get 12 cents off on the TV. By all means, have it. I don't care how people spend their money. I don't care what people do. That's just how I am. So we go down this journey, and you say you want this thing. You don't have a mentor. How are you going to get there? And if it's trial by error, for me, I wasted 3 years. 3 years of my life, 3 years of time and money trying to figure things out until I started getting mentors because this is what I did. I thought I knew better than the mentors. I go to these doggone events, and I'll go to top people, too. I'm going to be straight up. I go to Les Brown's event, and I'll be like, I ain't buying his doggone CD for no doggone $29. He got me mixed up. Negative. I can figure that out. And they give you just enough so you don't know what the heck you're doing. That's what happened to me on my journey. And so I'm confused, and I'm doing real estate wrong. I'm doing my I'm doing credit wrong because I had a credit business way back in the day before it got sexy. I had a credit company as well, and credit is just I know how to do credit. It's just not my thing. I just don't like doing it. But do I know how to do it? Yes, I can break it down for anybody. No big deal. In the real estate piece, as you go along, as I went along, I was like, man, I didn't really know what I thought I knew, and hindsight being 2020, I looked back on some of the deals that I had, and I was talking to these investors, and I look back and I'm like, man, I was all jacked up because I didn't have anybody, I didn't have a mentor, I didn't want to pay for a mentor, I just thought I just knew better, so I just keep going to all these seminars and stuff like that. So from a business perspective, what we need to do, like today, if you had to start today, you got to break down, you got to have some type of plan to say, okay, where are you going? Where's your business going? Where are you going? Did you make enough money to do anything last year? And if you don't change up anything, before 2020 hit, you're going to have the same year. Not to sound bad, but you're going to have the same year in 2019 as you did, as you're going to do in 2020. It's going to be the exact same. One guy said, man, I asked a question on social media, and then he said, man, I don't know how my 2020 going to look. And I said, well, to be honest, I'm going to tell you how it's going to look. Because if you're not going to change anything, it's going to be the exact same. And so a lot of us think that we're going to go through this journey and get this big, like all this great stuff is going to happen magically, and we're going to, people are struggling in their businesses and they think it's going to happen, but it's truly not going to happen for you. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a lot of people want to sugarcoat this stuff, and that's what they go to these seminars for, and they get a rah-rah, everybody jumping up and down, everybody happy, and then when you leave there, it's like, well, you really didn't learn anything, so, what are you going to really use? You're going to be excited for about a week and a half, and then that excitement starts to fade, and then confusion sets in, and then confused people do absolutely nothing. Confused people will do absolutely nothing. I'm trying to tell y'all. My goal for this show, for my life, I had a guy ask me, he said, what's your goal, even in real estate? I said, to help people first. I want your goal to change. Stop trying to go after the money. Help people first. Not saying you go broke helping people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying put in your mind, like, how can I help you? How can I help? That's my goal. I get so much people hit me up with all these people say, how do you get your deals? I say, well, my deals get to me. People send me stuff. from the cannabis world to real estate to writing books to speaking. I get speaking engagements like clockwork. And not to I don't like to turn them down, but you can actually, I can take one of my businesses and I can just work the heck out of that business and make six figures just from one business alone. Like focus in, okay, bam, I'm doing nothing but speaking engagements for 2020. Nothing but speaking engagements. And I guarantee I hit six figures. Guaranteed. There's no doubt in my mind. From speaking engagements, you can make, now if you just now start now, I think everybody should speak because you should. If you have a business, you should have a book. I don't care if it's an ebook because you can do that for free and you can speak for free. So nobody that's listening to this now or in the future should say, well, I can't write a book. Yes, you can. You're going to deny yourself a stream of income. A book is about at least 2 or 3 streams of income, and speaking engagements is another stream of income. So that's at least 3 streams right there. 3 streams of income from something you can do for free. We can make excuses or we can get it done. That's it. There's only two options I leave people. When people give me this sob story. One guy gave me a sob story on social media, and he told me about his life story. He was locked up, did some Fed time about 10 years, and nobody will hire him and stuff. I said, well, you hire you. You hire you. You have a story. You're out right now. You serve your time. You hire you. Can you speak? Because we're talking right now. And if you can speak, you can write a book. You can do an ebook, and you can go and see if you can stop kids from getting in trouble. That's just an avenue. It's something. Something is better than nothing. Oatmeal is better than no meal. That's my mentality. And so for you business owners out there, 2 things, the ebook and speaking. That's just off the bat. And whatever it is your industry is, you need to really focus in and figure out who's going to help you in that industry. See, a lot of us are lazy. Sad to say, a lot of us are lazy, and if we had the opportunity, we would do absolutely nothing because humans are inherently lazy. That's just what we do. I know I sometimes get up way before people even thinking about getting up. Sometimes I'm up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, getting it in. Sometimes I'm going to sleep at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. And I get up before some people and I go to bed before some people or after some people. It doesn't. But I did that because it's more of, it's a lifestyle, really. Being an entrepreneur is a lifestyle. It's not, how much can I feel I can get 10 hours of sleep today? Nah, that's not the kid. That's not me. And I say if you want 10 hours, you're already on a losing track. And I had one lady, she was like, no, you need to be healthy. To be healthy, you need 12 hours or 10 hours of sleep. And I said, lady, I'm not mad at you. You're still working a 9 to 5, though, so part of your time is going to somebody else. You don't have 100% of your time. The goal is not the money. The goal is freedom. The goal is freedom. Money is just a byproduct, but I would rather you have 100% of your time, and that's going to take you putting some less sleep. We can sugarcoat it if you want to. I'm not that guy. It's going to take less sleep, family. And I know you're busy. You got work. You got a job. You got school. You got kids. You got this. You got those. You got church. We can put all that on the table. Something has to move for you to get to a point to where you have 100% of your time. Now you can move how you want to move without asking for permission. And it's not going to be easy. Please believe that one. It's not going to be easy, but it's only going to be given to a few that really go after it. Will that be you? I don't know. I get people all the time, yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to do this. And then they fade to black, and you don't hear from them. And I get people that come back after a year and a half. Hey, I think I'm ready now. But let me tell people this, and this has got to be played over and over. I just want people to understand this. So I got in touch with some people about a business opportunity. Some of those people did not call me back. They did not answer my call. They did not answer my email, my text, my social media inbox. And that is 100% okay with me. And when that thing that I told them about takes off, they can never, ever come back to me for that same opportunity and ask me what's going on with it. Negative. It won't happen. Not on my watch. That's just me. You won't waste my time a second time. I don't allow that. Negative. The decent thing to do is to just be like, hey, this is it's not the time right now, and I respect that. I don't respect, just cutting off communication. All right, be careful. Be careful who you do it to. I have people that look past what I do, and all I've been doing, and y'all need to do the same thing, is planting seeds. We plant seeds, and we keep planting seeds, and we plant seeds. And so some of the things people seeing that I'm doing right now, I planted that seed 3 years ago. But a lot of people only seeing it right now. So they try to talk about the now, and I'm like, you don't even get it. You have no idea what I went through to get to this point right here. You had no idea. But it's not for them to have an idea, and it doesn't really matter to me. But a lot of people all they can do is assume. And so you're going to have to do the same thing. Some things that you're working on right now may take 3 years, may take 5 years. But they say it takes like 10,000 hours to become an expert. Are you going to put the time in? You got to look in the mirror and say, are you going to put the time in? Are you hungry enough? I get people in real estate all the time tell me how hungry they are. They want to work with me. And I say, let me explain to you one thing. Before we get off this phone, this is what I tell people. I said, if you decide you want to work with me, like one-on-one, and you want it that bad, I'll tell you, if you ever decide that you want to quit, you can quit. No harm, no foul. You're not changing anything in my lineage or my, what I'm doing to build my legacy. You're not changing anything about that. All I'm saying is, if you ever decide to come back after you quit, I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing. Because I have it, my why, the reason I do what I do is so big. Like when I tell my real reason why I do what I do, I don't share it with everybody, but at some events, I share a piece of it. That thing gets me choked up. It gets me choked up. If you haven't found that thing that gets you choked up and makes you want to work like crazy, you haven't found your why. It's the reason why you want to get up out of bed every day, the reason you can't sleep 8 to 10 hours, the reason you're going to go to work, but you're still going to be focused on your dream, whatever that is in the back of your mind that you want to go get. That you the only person okay, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a lonely road on this road right here. There's going to be a lot of assumptions about you and your life and when you change. It changed for me, so then people start looking at me crazy, this is just being transparent. I got laughed at when I left my corporate job. When I was telling people about it, you about to do what? Man, you hear about Charles say he about to leave? Man, he crazy as hell. That dude is wild. You know how we do. That dude wild for real. He wild. Because I was leaving a 6-figure income. And just numbers sake, average money we making in the U.S. is $49,000. It's about what? Less than 6% of people make over $100,000 a year, make less than 6 figures, and you got somebody that's walking away from 6 figures, and people are like, what the heck are you doing? Even my sister was like, boy, you done lost your doggone mind. My mom was like, don't you leave that good job. I was doing ballistic missile defense, loving it. I really had a great time. But let me explain to you, if you're hungry like that, and you get to that point to where the stuff that you're doing is exceeding the money you're making at your job, you have a decision you need to make. You have a decision. Are you going to stay, or are you going to just say, okay, I'm checking out? Because if I can make, I'm still working an 8-hour shift. If I take that 8 hours and pour it into me, I can go ahead and go get it. I'm not saying everybody quit your job. Don't say that I said that. So what happens is this, and I'm going to tell y'all, if you're on this journey like I was on it, I'm going to tell y'all how it's going to work. So what happened is, real estate start taking off and other things. I said, wow, this is getting some nice checks and stuff like that. And what I did with the money, I start paying my bills down. I had 4 credit cards. Paid that one, paid that one, paid that one, paid that one. Had a car, paid that off, truck, paid that off. And I'm just like, wow. So let me explain to y'all how it really works. So when you start paying all your bills off, I paid the MBA off, paid the undergrad degree off, and you start paying them off, you're like, wow, now that money is freed up. So your money can stretch further once you don't have any bills. And when you have rentals, you got people paying your mortgage, you can't beat that. So your money becomes so different. So imagine you getting paychecks, you still working your corporate job, you getting a paycheck, and you have nothing to spend it on because all the other stuff that you're doing is paying all the bills anyway. And then the bills are paid off, but then you still got the cable, the cell phone, stuff like that. But you have money coming in, so now it starts to look like, hold on. So if I left this corporate job, I don't even need that money because I got this other money coming in that's matching that anyway. So I really don't need that job. And now you go with an attitude. You go to work with a damn attitude, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. It's going to happen. You on that journey, it's going to happen to you. You go to work with a little attitude, a little chip on your shoulder, and you be thinking to yourself, let one person say something wrong because I don't need this job. I'm going to tell y'all right now, that's going to happen. I'll be like, they got one more time to talk to me in a kind of way. They think I'm not that. I don't need this job. I will leave. You know, you're going to get that little attitude going on. And it happens. You know, it happens. And I remember the last day I left. My last day in corporate America was 14 September 2012. Last day. That was a Friday. And I was walking out. Well, no, I was in there even before that. I was signing paperwork. They said, Charles, you know, we're going to get you to renew this contract. We got some other things out there. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to renew. You know, they said, what? You're not going to renew? And then I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. And my supervisor, my boss was in there. And then my boss, he was like, so what you going to do? And I said, yeah, I'm doing real estate. I'm in the energy. And then he started laughing at me like, oh, I guess we're going to be working for you then. And I said, touche. So I left 14 September 2012, and I will tell you, and y'all probably go through this as well. So on Sundays, because some of us get this feeling on Sunday, you know, because we got to go to work on Monday. I used to get it in the pit of my stomach at like 7-something. I'm like, dang, I got to go to work. Dang, I don't feel like being, you know. And that's just, I think it was a common thing. I just didn't feel like going, you know, at some point. I'm sure some of y'all get the same feeling. And so that Sunday when I had left, well, I left on that Friday. Then that Sunday, it almost hit me that I had to go to work. And I was like, hold on. I don't get up in the morning. I don't have to get up. I don't have to get up Monday, right? That was my thing. I was like, wow. So, and I was like, what do I do? Like, oh, my gosh, I don't have to get up. And it was like a whole new world. It felt so liberating. Like, liberating. It felt so liberating. And if you ever see me do, I'm going to say probably probably about 95% of my watches that I wear, some of them I've taken the battery out, and this is what I've done. So it was around 7:06 p.m. on Sunday, and that's the day I found my freedom. That's the day I found freedom, the day I actually felt it. Like, I felt so liberated. It was just, I can't even explain that feeling. You know, you have to get there to really see what it is. And once you get it, you'll never give it away. You'll work harder if you knew that you could have got there faster. I look back on life and say I would have worked 10 times as hard to get here because it feels, it's just a feeling I can't even explain. I wish I can package it up and sell it to people, and I would call it freedom. And that's why if you see me doing seminars, my watches, I've taken the battery out and I put all of them on 7:06 p.m. because that's the day I found my freedom. So what I'm going to leave y'all with is just thanking everybody for even coming out here. But more than that, I really want you to get up and do something. Like, do something that's going to change your life. Do something that's going to change your kids' life, the people around you, change their lives. Like, but it's not going to be easy. Please find a mentor. Please stick to some type of plan that's out there. Please sleep less and put that time into your craft. I had to stop watching TV. You have to do what you have to do until you can find your freedom. All right? So that's what I want to do. I want to pray us out. Before that, I want to say to Miss Kimmy Robinson, thank you for getting this platform set up way back when with Relation Magazine and then turning into a Relation Radio and doing all the great things that we could do with the city of St. Louis and reaching well beyond St. Louis, because I'm in Virginia. So reaches well beyond St. Louis, literally across the country, and it's only growing with a lot of great people in the organization, and it's moving. And I'm just happy that I could be a part of it, really, that y'all allowed me to be, get on board with y'all. I mean, and that was years back. That was years ago. So we've been doing this for a minute. So I just want to pray us out. I want to pray for everybody here. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray to you right now to bless everyone as they go through the trying times. We know during the holidays this is going to be the most trying times that most people go through. I pray for people's strength, people's unity, and to be empowered. And I know they may feel like everything is not coming together fast enough. Frustration is going to set in, and most of us tend to believe that it won't get better. Dear Father, let us know that everything happens on your time. We know you provide the strength everyone needs, and we know that when our time comes, you're going to be right on time. Father God, you're all-knowing, and we must believe and trust in you, and we get weak where we must continue to keep good faith in trying times. Ensure that we manifest our destiny that you've given us and the glory that you set forth in our lives, Father God. Ensure that we use up our territory you've given us so you can give us more, dear Lord. I pray for everybody to gain more strength. I pray for everybody to gain more wisdom so everybody will know that joy comes in the morning. In your name I pray. Amen. This is Charles McCutchen. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. I'm hungry, and nobody going to stop me. Anybody that needs me, I got to put this out there. Anybody that needs me, I'm available to a certain extent. Charles M. Speaks at yahoo.com, CHARLES, the letter M is in Mike, Speaks, SPEAKS at yahoo.com. I'm all over social media, y'all. Yeah, I'm not hard to find. I'm truly not hard to find. I'll get on the phone with anybody. We'll have a conversation on different ways you may want to go. I got some people that I may direct you to and say, what you just told me, this person right here is a monster at what you just said, and I guarantee you they can help you. So I work with a lot of professionals out there. I work to get, if I can't help you, I'm sure I have somebody that can. So a lot of us are not doing too many things that's outside of the scope of business and moving forward for your 2020. We're already in 2020, family. I hope and pray that you've taken this thing serious and keep your foot on the gas, because a lot of people have already given up, and they're going to start on 1 January, and they're going to quit on the 22nd of January. That's just what's going to happen. Y'all take it easy. That's my word. Can you dig it?
It's your boy, David Benton. Some people, they be like, yo, I just have a wish for my birthday. Or they would say I had 3 wishes. I wish for so much more for you. I wish for so much more. What I wish for is that we live more. In the inner city, living ain't so piss poor. Realize we hypnotized by the discord. We blow money fast. What you think we rent for? Yeah. Did it big, my kids wish I could've did more. Wish women would be women and men would be men, or there was no child abuse or domestic violence. In the streets really moved in the act of silence. Wish the Catholic priest wasn't pedifying. In the government officials would tell the truth instead of lying. I'm born a lion. My daddy name is David Lyons. Wish we could do more laughing instead of crying. Wish we wasn't afraid of giants. Wish we could all be inspired by David and Goliath. Wish society wouldn't pacify us. Make us ride, turn back around and buy it, gentrify it.
Walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I keep my hands raised high when there ain't nothing left. Try to stay focused on the Lord above. With all the things going on in this world, that's where my help comes from. I wish that the world wasn't corrupt. I wish that we're united and spread love. I know that Jesus is enough. Got my mind on my mission, G.O.
we all get our credit straight. Wish that single mother didn't have to wait for Section 8. I wish we all would investigate why the world is crooked and we can't set it straight. Yeah. God is not the author of confusion, so ask yourself, why there's so much confusion? With some husbands wasn't so abusive, wifey putting makeup on to cover up all her bruises. All we do is make excuses about the chains, the pains, and all the nooses. I wish religion wasn't so polluted. This is all facts you can't dispute it. Barely have a right to do it. So much can't be proven. I wish we really choosing to teach our students, pursuing disillusion, turning us all to ruin. I wish our court system really would start moving.
Through the valley of the shadow of death, I keep my hands raised high when there ain't nothing left. Try to stay focused on the Lord above. With all the things going on in this world, that's where my help comes from. I wish that the world wasn't corrupt. I wish that we're united, spread love. I know that Jesus is enough. Got my mind on my mission, G.O.D. Yo, that's what's up.